Yeah, baby, you know what time it is. Now let's get it started. Are you kidding me? Unreal!
While our HBCUs are mostly known for academic rigor, community, they also know how to turn up.
Does he have it? Yes, he does! And that might be the knockout punch.
All right, greetings and salutations. My new FAMU jersey came in. I had to wear it. Sorry, didn't mean to have my arms all out, but woo, feel like a champion today. So we're gonna take a little victory lap today. If you didn't notice, FAMU baseball comes away with the SWAC Championship victory, and I'm just saying the SWAC champion Florida A&M University baseball team pulls it out, our first championship on the men's side of the season for a team. So good times, good vibes there. And I just wanted to kind of get a chance to look back at the season because baseball is really that last sport of the season. Baseball, track, you do get a little bit of golf in there as well. But today, man, this weekend, it was a little bit of a microcosm of what you got for the entire season, where pitching left you a lot to be desired. It was frustrating at times because it seemed like we should have won games that we didn't. And you could directly look at the pitching and be like, man, we got the ace. We need these other guys to pull the rope because the bats are there. Like, fam, you can hit. Like that's not a problem. But the real issue has definitely been pitching at times. And we saw that in the Alabama State game, the first Alabama State game, where we're winning. And it's the same old song. And it's just a different beat. And we just saw where another lost lead, another lost game to Alabama State. And it was kind of that, here we go again. Are we going to be able to finally put this team away? And then we play them again. And we put them away. I got kids in the back. I'm on daddy duty. So forgive the little background noise. It's cheering. Now, as far as the game against Cookman, yeah. I was nervous. I was with you. Like, even before that 1-0 victory, man, I don't know. I don't have any gray hairs off of that one. Cause I was highly heated over that Miami Heat game. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't want to talk to anybody last night. But we won that game. FAMU won. And then we had a championship game against Bethune-Cookman. And the last time I watched FAMU in person against Cookman, we won. I was there. And this game, again, your ace pitcher, he goes out there, beats give you a great game. And then he gives it that late home run. It's like, yeah, we let him play probably a little too long. But then the bullpen came in and we gave up one run. We got a run, but we also won the game. And then the team goes nuts, team goes crazy. And it's just that it's that chance to kind of look back at the season and look back at the year at FAMU Athletics and realize we have 4 championships, like 3 championship teams, but 4 championships altogether. Volleyball gets 2, tennis gets 1, and then baseball gets 1. That's solid. And to kind of take this victory lap into context, to me, you got to realize who FAMU's baseball coach is. Like, our coach is Jamie Shue. I don't know how many of y'all are from Tallahassee. Jamie Shue used to be the pitching coach of Florida State. And part of the reason they got rid of him was because he was really a scapegoat. Like, I could say it differently, but it is what it was. Like, he was a scapegoat. Things weren't going great. They were okay, but they didn't get to where they wanted to be. And they got rid of Shoup. And now we're in 2023. And the perennial powerhouse in baseball, the preeminent baseball team in Tallahassee, is not Florida State. The team that had the best record, well, technically it would be TCC. But I'm not going to do that with you. But Division I wise, it was FAMU. Like, head to head, FAMU has a slightly better record. Despite the facilities, despite everything else you can say about this program, the often forgotten, often maligned program is the one that's going to the NCAA tournament for baseball. And more than likely, we're going to Gainesville at that minor league park, and I hate it. But that being stated, you really have to appreciate where this program is in 2023. That as much complaining, as much, I'm not going to say what I would say, but as much as we lament some of the facilities and inequalities, I guess that's is a way of saying it. You have a championship program at Florida A&M, at a program where is it the program of the discarded, like the baseball coach that's discarded, the players that many were overlooked, the guys that shouldn't be here are here, and they're competing in the NCAA tournament. It's just something that I personally, it's the first thing I thought about when I saw that. When I saw that FAMU could win, I posted it. Like, what if FAMU goes to the NCAA tournament and FSU doesn't? Like, I said this a few months ago. I was like, this is the year where more than likely, if you ever were going to get FAMU and FSU in a tournament together, this would have been the year. And then Florida State looked, I mean, they finished the season strong, but no. And then I was like, yo, this could be the season where FAMU is the only baseball team in Tallahassee that makes the tournament. Like, not the school that has Buster Posey, a Silver Slugger winning award baseball player. Not the school with Marshall McDougal. Not the school with all these accolades and these College World Series heartbreaks and these tear-jerking moments against the University of Miami and all these World Series appearances and will 11 ever win it? No. It's FAMU. And as a fan, as a person that follows college baseball, I'm somewhat surprised, just because I could never see that growing up where it was going to be us. Like, that was something that I played on the NCAA baseball game. Like, Oh yeah, FAMU. FAMU goes to the tournament every year because I'm playing the baseball game, the video game. But to now see that, FAMU's come up and let's just be honest, the bats were hot. And if FAMU can hit in this tournament, we got a chance. Like the pitching's got to come through because there's some pitches that we had some mistakes as far as pitches that are being thrown. But just look at the totality of what is taking place. FAMU is going to the NCAA tournament and has the best baseball program in the city of Tallahassee for this year. That's nuts. That's not something that you would anticipate saying. That's not something that you would expect to see. That's not the norm. The norm is Florida State has all this stuff, FAMU's this, but it's not. Like, and there's a little bit of that pride in being an alumni, but it's also that, to me, that's a selling point. To this team, I sell that. I sell that none of us are supposed to be here. Have fun with this. Like I am selling the team on this idea that you are the forgotten guys. And now you got to stick it in their faces. Like I really do. I sell that. That's a story to me. What's up, Biggs? Like I'm just saying. Like I'm selling that as the thing. That's the talking point for this baseball program. And if I'm a media source, you got to sell that. You have to spin that one, Jamie Shoup was the pitching coach at Florida State and kind of his exit out of the program. And how, despite him doing a pretty solid job, I mean, they got mad because of how recruiting went and some other things. But at the same point, I mean, I can see why. But now, is he the best coach in the city? I mean, that's a question. And so you're kind of just looking at FAMU and where it is, and look at what we just did. That was huge. And that's something that is now a recruiting point. Like, hey, we got SWAC championships at FAMU. And as much as, and I'll be honest with y'all, I'm not in the SWAC message boards. I did that when we first came over. I was like, nah, I can't do this. Because for me, I get real tired of you telling me get out of the conference. Like, I'm sorry, you welcomed us. Like, evidently, academically, y'all appreciate us because FAMU is a high-level research school. And obviously, academically, we're good. But athletically, we've come to your trap and taken over a lot of stuff. Like, within 2 years, we have a baseball title. We're the best volleyball program in the conference. And then in 2 years, we've taken over in tennis. And in football, we're the second best team in the conference without the express usage of the transfer portal to completely flip our roster. I'm just saying, there's only really 2 programs in this conference and 2 sports, 1 sport, in which FAMU's just not doing anything in. Basketball. Other than basketball, look, FAMU's there. Bowling, we go to the SWAC Championship. We competed for it. And I said competed it. Sorry. When you compete for this many titles, I mean, it's just something. Like, let's just kind of take a victory lap. Because, again, as I told y'all, I got out those message boards when folks just kept saying, just go back to the MEAC. I was like, it doesn't make business sense. It didn't make business sense to be there in the first place. but especially just to leave because we pissing y'all off. Like, okay. But at the same point, it was a good acquisition. Like, look at these SWAC tournaments today. Like, granted, RAD bought 50 tickets, but outside of that, there was still a strong FAMU backing that was there. Like, we're traveling pretty well. We come to your stadiums, and we're doing pretty well at showing up when it's close. Like, we didn't do that good at the Southern one the other year. Hopefully, we do better. I ain't gonna make that, not this year. But at the same point, like, you gotta kind of recognize FAMU is in a really good place as an athletic program. Like that's why, hey, I'm taking a victory lap today. Like we won the SWAC championship in baseball, and we are right now considered the favorite for football. Now I wouldn't sell that to the football team, but it's it's Celebration Bowl or bust. But if you're not going to take the time as a fan to appreciate that right now, I can't. When was the last time FAMU won this many championships in one season? I can't think of it. Like 4 titles in one season, and you were competitive in 6 sports. You were competitive in football. You got second place there. You finished, or you were competitive. Well, bowling. See, we got second place there too. You won baseball. You won volleyball. You won softball. And you were competitive in some of the track. Just saying, like softball, fairly competitive. FAMU is doing a lot as a program. And the 100 is the 100. I mean, that's the best effing band in the nation. Like, argue with your mama on that. Like, I'm sorry. Like, at this point, FAMU is take a round of applause, sorry, and celebrate your team. Because this is a chance for you to say, 1, we're the best. We got a conference championship. We're probably going to Gainesville. I hate that place. But it is what it is. But conference-wise, all the naysayers, all the persons that are consistently having that one thing to say, like, well, just leave our conference. Y'all too cocky. Y'all too arrogant. We're winning championships. And normally I'm not that braggadocious. Like I'm not gonna say I'm humble, but I'm not the normal type of person to tell you that my team's gonna kick your butt and everything else. But after the fact, oh, I'm gonna talk. And today I got time. Because so often we as FAMUans here, first thing they say, man, we want y'all out of our conference. We tired of y'all. But now we're winning. What can be said? Like, what can you say to the team that is winning the conference in its second year in it? Like, your football team, your favorite for football, most likely for volleyball, probably gonna get a three-peat. Like you're quickly starting to see, 1, the benefits, but also 2, the production. Like one of the things the SWAC may not be realizing, man, having FAMU and Cookman makes it a whole lot easier to recruit Florida. Like it just is. Like all of a sudden, when you're recruiting players and you're telling them they should go to this school or that school, you're not just selling them opportunity. You're telling them, hey, FAMU and Cookman overlooked you. Come here. And it's a selling point. Hey, you get to at least come home. At least one game a year, you're going to be in Florida. And it's just one of those things where right now, I'm just saying, I'm taking a victory lap on this. FAMU just won the baseball tournament. And right now, look, if you don't like FAMU fans right now, you're going to hate us in about 2 years if this continues. Because all of a sudden, we have a viable program and a conference that is ripe for the taking. And okay, that's arrogant, that's braggadocious, it is what it is, but it's not. Look what Jackson State did. Like, we can lie about it, we can be honest. We can tell the truth. And y'all know for me, I'd rather tell you the truth than tell you lies any day. Jackson State took over the SWAC. Deion Sanders came in a spring, told you what he was going to do, and ran roughshod through that conference for his entire time there, excluding that spring season. Like, the rest of the time, he did what he wanted to. Say fam, you can't do that. Like, I'm just saying. We don't have 60,000 fans, but what we do have is we have brand and name recognition. I'm wearing a LeBron jersey. I got it off the, if you seen the little Hibbett Sports thing, it's on there. I'm not getting any promotion for that, but they got a discount. I got this for like the 35. Like, just saying. It's got James on the back. It's got the LeBron number, but it's a FAMU basketball jersey. That's all it was for me. I need a FAMU basketball jersey. I got a FAMU football jersey. Look, I need baseball next. SWAC champion baseball. And I would really love a SWAC champion volleyball. And man, I'm just saying, you know, SWAC champion tennis wouldn't be bad either. I told y'all, when it comes to championships, I'm petty. But just look at what Jackson State did. In the words of the Mandalorian, this is the way. This conference is ready to be taken over. And the difference between winning this conference and losing this conference is partially investment in the program, but it is acquisition of athletes as well. And if I can sell you a winning product, it's going to happen. I'll be honest, I don't know what happens with basketball. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that because I like people and I like being able to talk to them and having decent relationships with them. I'll leave it at this. If things don't change, there will be some changes. But look at football. Like, you got to be smart this year. You can't have no dumb losses. I mean, you can't afford to lose a game. Football wise, you're chasing a bag. And honestly, that might be your mantra for the season, chasing the bag. You're chasing that $1 million. Because respectfully, Josh, I love you, bruh. I feel like FAMU versus North Carolina Central is a great game. I'm going to keep it there. I don't want to say too much because, when you get a little outside of your head and you just start talking, you start talking trash that you just talking trash. But I feel like, me personally, FAMU matches up the best against any MEAC team you have. I'll say that. We defeated your previous MEAC champion a couple seasons in a row. Before North Carolina Central. But last time we played y'all, we took care of y'all too. Just saying, I think FAMU matches up football-wise the best for any team in the MEAC. We're able to see this conference is ready to be taken over. Some of it is because it's just how the conference is run. Some of it is also because of the way programs are run. I think our best competition is honestly Alabama State. I think Southern's up there, but as much as I like Dooley, last season he was stubborn with that quarterback. Like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. We sat in the press box last year, and we're just sitting there talking, and they're like, "Yo, you gotta act right," and I'm like, "Okay, I'm act right." And I'm literally talking to my man's next to me. He worked for Southern. I was like, "Dude, what's wrong with your quarterback? He sucks." He's like, "Bruh, it's been all season long." Like, oh, okay. And I remember like in the spaces, like anywhere, they'd be like, the problem's quarterback. And then watching it in person is like, Southern's problem's quarterback. I think to a certain point, that stubbornness is part of why I lost a little faith in Dewey. But Alabama State, woo, if he can get some dogs in there, like depending on what that roster look like, yeah, yeah. But I'm just saying, the conference is up for grabs. Like y'all say what y'all want to. It's gonna be a different year for Jackson State this year. I'm not plotting on their demise, but I'm just saying it's gonna be different. You lost your quarterback, and then you're gonna be going against that FAMU defense, and you're sitting in the sun this year. Like unless it rains like it did that first year for the OVC, that heat ain't fair. I'm just saying, if I'm the SWAC, I call ESPN, I call somebody. I try to make that game a 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock kick at the best, like at the earliest. Can we make this a game that's under the lights? Sell the pageantry, sell something. But that Miami, South Florida Heat, that wasn't it last year. That was atrocious. And yeah. And like, but then continuing on, like continuing this victory lap. FAMU's taking volleyball. Sorry. Like I could say something different. We came in year one, walked in, and said, I'll take that. Appreciate it. And you won't be getting it back anytime soon. Like, I mean, a lot of these SWAC teams don't look competitive against FAMU. Like, that's not even me trying to like toot my own horn or sell you something that FAMU's not. Like, I'm not trying to say that we're the best team in the conference and nobody can compete with us and we're the FAMU Rattlers and all this other stuff. No, look at it. Volleyball wise, it's not a competition. It's not close. Right? It's not close. And nobody's really transferring out. Almost everybody coming back. We've taken over that sport. FAMU tennis, all those players are coming back. Just saying, we just got here and we've already kind of taken that over. And the margin between the programs is growing. Like we're quickly seeing FAMU's doing what Jackson State did. Y'all know I'm not big on Jackson State. I don't throw Coach Prime's name around a lot just because I don't want y'all saying that I piggyback or I grew because of him or anything like that, or I got into space because of him. He did great things there. Take nothing away from the man, but that's not why I'm here. But I will say this, and I asked him the question, remember OBC, how can these other HBCUs take away from what you're doing and emulate at their school? And, I kind of got cut off there. But at the same point, there's a model that's been laid there. And one of the things is going to be investing in your programs, investing in your coaches, and investing in your players. And AD Sykes has mentioned that. That's something that she's looking to do as far as especially investing in players. But that's how we're going to broaden that talent gap. Because when you're winning championships, it's not hard to sell your program. But also when you're saying, hey, we have these type of facilities, we have this, we have that, it makes your program easier to sell. Let's just be honest. Out of all the programs that were in that SWAC tournament, more Kittles, it's a tough sell compared to the others. Granted, Cookman shares as with a minor league team. Share a lot of things, respectfully. I'm not trying to, I wasn't being petty there, believe it or not. They do share a lot of facilities. But then when you just go look at what FAMU has done, especially its championship winning teams with those facilities, that's pretty solid. Like FAMU tennis courts aren't bad, they're solid, but they're not the same as what you got across the street. More Kittles Field is more Kittles Field. Like I'm not even gonna sugarcoat that. It is what it is. Like that just is what it is. And now the volleyball team, you got facilities. I ain't gonna even front. You got great facilities. The Lawson Center is amazing. You're gonna get Gaither back as like a pretty much your facility. Like, and you're not gonna have those practice restrictions, is what it's gonna look like. Just saying, FAMU is in a position where we can take over this conference. And I'm not trying to say that to be an arrogant rattler. I'm saying that with data. You just won the baseball championship with a pitcher that's probably going to go pro somewhere. Now, you're going to have to get some more pitchers. We need some arms badly. But volleyball, that's us. We came to your trap. We took it. It's fine to lie. Tennis, we've taken that. Football, we're consistently the second best team. Like a lot of y'all can talk trash until you pull up the record and your team's not Jackson State. And then it's like, oh, so you just talking trash to talk trash. I want to hear that. So all of a sudden, oh, I forgot softball was competitive. Bowling went to the SWAC Championship. I think they're all coming back. Cheerleading, first year. In our second year, we're up there. Like, FAMU's competitive in every sport in the Southwest Athletic Conference. And it's a great time for us as fans to take a victory lap, but also understand, this could be a thing for a few years. Like, FAMU football this year, I'm trying not to get too excited. Like, I definitely level my excitement when it comes to that. But I'd be lying to you if I told you that I only see really 4 teams that we struggle with on the schedule, and only really 2 of them in the SWAC. Being conservative too. Like, I'm being nice. Now, as far as that, volleyball, we got that. Tennis, I think we got that too. And now baseball, we can get them bats coming back like that. It's a problem. So just take a victory lap, y'all. Because today it was there to celebrate. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I came here to gloat a little bit. Wore my FAMU jersey, celebrating because we just won a conference championship. And we really should not have lost a game. Like, we gave up leads. Definitely gave up 1 lead. And now we're going to the NCAA tournament for baseball. Just like we went for the NCAA tournament for tennis. And NCAA tournament for some other sports too, I'm just saying. So look for the Investigative Champion stuff to continue to come out. Look for them to continue to ask for donations. But look for the point to results. And to me, it's not bragging when it's true. It's bragging when, okay, you all won. It's been a couple months, da-da-da. Like, when it comes to tennis, I'm bragging. But with baseball, we won that. And me telling you that FAMU is on the precipice of doing some great things, that's not bragging when it's true. Look at our track record this year. 4 championships. 4 championships. 3 rings. One of them you got regular season and postseason. Like, just saying. It's not tricking when you got it. It's the truth. We got this. And we might have it for some more years. Especially, I'm gonna lie, football, this is the year. You got it. You almost got to do it. I'm not gonna lie. Next year might be heavy on the transfer portal. But this year, like I'm just saying, oof, it's gonna be a tough road to hoe. Basketball gonna get waxed. But baseball, can we repeat? It's gonna be a good question. And then where do we go? We find out tomorrow. I believe I've heard we're finding out tomorrow. Hopefully it's not Gainesville. If it's Gainesville, I might go. I ain't gonna lie. I might try to go. I got a buddy. But then we got a couple other sports. So we're gonna see, y'all. It's gonna be interesting. We're gonna look at some more of these kids that we offer, because FAMU slid some offers out this week, and I'm excited. I definitely want to see what we're talking about. We also just had the HBCU combine. I wasn't able to make it. Y'all can probably hear. I'm still on daddy duty, so I'm sorry. Keeping the ear out on the kids. They playing. And, I'm not. But we also have the Willie Simmons camp. That's coming up about a week, so I'm not gonna lie. I might try to slide up for that one. Yeah. The Saturday the 10th. I'm gonna see if I can make that. So good times though. Great things happening on the highest of Seven Hills, and another championship. So Rattlers, take a victory lap, celebrate. You got another SWAC championship, 4 championships this season. That's the most championships that I can remember FAMU getting in a mighty long time. And from the looks of things, some of these sports, they're going to deal with us. So big shout out to HBCU Digital Network. This is home. Herb Stewart and the Black Techies. Check them out. Herb's the Alabama State grad, and you can ask Herb. I didn't text him when we beat them. I told y'all, I'm not one of them. I'm not gonna bother you when my team beat yours. I'm just gonna walk off. Now, when we got some jewelry though, oh yeah, bling bling. Every time I ride up in your city, bling bling. I'm talking all that cash when I got a ring. But until that point, I'm just a nice guy. But please check them out, man. Find out all about the latest in technology. And every once in a while, they get into a little bit of the comic book and the Marvel and other universes, which I actually do appreciate a lot. So feel free to check them out. We're going to do this again Thursday, 8 o'clock. We're going to try to look at some of these recruits. And then we're going to talk about where FAMU is going for this NCAA baseball tournament. And if it's Gainesville, I'm going to lament it. And I might have to do like a little thing to look and see like how often we go there. Like it seems like every time we go someplace, it's Gainesville. Except for like tennis this year, we went to Athens, but they had Florida State too. So, but as always, y'all, congratulations to the SWAC champions, Florida A&M University baseball team, who also joined the SWAC champion tennis team and volleyball team. And as always, it's Fangs up.
Yeah, baby, you know what time it is. Now let's get it started.